y'all. Today we're going to do a little yoga core work. So we're still going to get some nice movement in, feel good in our bodies, and then work the core. We will start in table. So go ahead and have your knees directly under your hips. Toes can be tucked under. Hands are just to the outsides of your shoulders, index finger pointing straight ahead. And then from here, we're going to inhale, melt the chest towards the floor, lifting your head and tail. And then exhale, round your back, pressing the floor away from you. Think about evenly rounding through the spine. And then inhale, melt your chest, lift your head and tail. And exhale, round your back. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Really press the floor away. And we'll do a few more of these. You can move at the pace of your own breath here instead of following me. So if you want to move a little faster, you can, or a little slower. We'll do a couple more rounds of cat-cow. Make sure you're keeping your arms straight. The only movement here is in the spine. Warming up our core. Remember, our core is the front and back, not just the front. And last one here. On your next inhale, make your way back to a neutral spine. Go ahead and move your knees back about 6 inches, and then lower down onto your tummy. Untuck your toes, lengthen your legs, and from here, bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Press your feet into the ground, press your hands into the ground, pull your shoulder blades together, and then inhale, lifting your head and chest. Make sure that you're not lowering your head or cranking your neck back. You want your head in line with your spine. So here we're working the back of our core. Keep breathing evenly, and then lower down, resting your head on your hands just momentarily. And then we'll press back to table once again. So we're going to revisit cat-cow here, but we're going to hold both positions. So we'll start with cow. I always have to think first to remember which one is which. So as you inhale, melt your chest towards the floor, lifting your head and tail. And we're going to hold cow. So keep pulling your belly button in, keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep your head in line with your spine, again, not cranking the neck one way or the other. And keep trying to pull that belly button in, arching the back as much as you can. Breathing evenly. And then on your next exhale, round your back, pressing the floor away from you into cat. So again here, drawing the belly button in, rounding evenly through the spine, pressing through your hands down towards the floor. So here we're doing some core work as well. And we'll just hold for another breath. Inhale, make your way back to a neutral spine. And then let's go ahead and take child's pose. So bring your toes together, knees apart, and settle back. Resting here momentarily. You can use child's pose just to settle. Let the tension leave your body. Another nice deep breath here. And then inhale, make your way up to table. So at this point, when we're doing these exercises on our knees, if you want to put a blanket or a towel under your knees to add a little more cushioning, you can do that. From here, go ahead and extend your right leg back. Again, make sure that your head is in line with your spine here. You don't need to see what's happening back there. And you certainly don't need to see what's happening up there. So keep your head in line with the spine. And then go ahead and lift that right leg off the ground. As you do that, make sure that you're not arching your back. So you want to keep the belly button lifted. And here again, we're working the core. We're also trying to prevent rotation in the hips. So keep your hips square. And then lower down. And of course we have to do the other side. So extend the left leg back. And go ahead and lift. Keep the belly button pulled in. Keep those toes pointing down towards the floor. And we'll take another breath here. And lower down. Good. At any point, you can always go back to child's pose and rest if you need to. From here, go ahead and extend the right leg back again. And this time, we're going to lift the leg, but also, if you'd like, you can incorporate lifting the opposite arm. So we're doing opposite arm and leg here. Keep drawing the belly button in so that we're not arching the back. and dumping into the spine. And you should be feeling, actually you're probably going to be feeling your entire body, not just your core, but you're still working your core. And lower down. And of course, the other side. Extend the left leg back, lift that leg, and then if you'd like, you can do opposite arm. Make sure you're breathing evenly, make sure the head is in line with your spine. And I like to do these with thumbs up towards the ceiling. Good, one more breath here, and lower down. I think that earned us another child's pose. So go ahead and bring your feet together, knees apart, and settle here. And then go ahead and inhale, lifting up to your fingertips, and thread the right arm under your left arm, palm facing up for thread the needle. And settle here. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, thread your left arm under your right arm, palm facing up. And once again, settle. Taking nice deep breaths. Using these moments of rest to settle. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. And inhale, make your way up to table once again. Go ahead and move your knees back about 6 inches and lower down onto your tummy once again. Untuck your toes, lengthen your legs, and bring your arms down by your sides. So before we did locust pose, but we only lifted our upper body. This time we're going to lift everything that we possibly can off the floor. So go ahead and have palms facing up. Pull the shoulder blades together, and then as you inhale, lift everything off the floor. Once again, think about keeping your head in line with your spine. Think about spreading your toes. Think about turning the inner edges of your thighs up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulder blades together. Maybe lift another inch higher. In your mind, you might have lifted an inch. Keep holding, and exhale, release. And of course, whenever I say inhale and exhale, feel free to breathe on your own in between that. I always forget to say that. Breathing is important. And make your way back to table once again. So this time we're going to revisit the leg and arm lifting, but we're going to do same arm, same leg. So go ahead and extend the right leg back, lift that leg, and then take the right hand forward, lifting off the ground. A little more difficult. Okay, a lot more difficult. Keep drawing the belly button in. Keep turning those toes down towards the floor. Oops. And lower down. Good, let's do the other side. Extend the left leg back. Lift that leg off the ground. Left hand comes forward, and then lift off the ground. Make sure you're pressing down through the floor with that supporting hand and leg. Really extending through the left fingertips and left heel, and lower down. Ooh, that was a little harder. From here, go ahead and keep your toes tucked, and then press your hips back as you begin to extend your legs for our first down dog, and possibly our last for today. And then from here, you can stretch each leg out one at a time. Make sure you're pressing your chest towards your thighs, really lengthening through your arms, lengthening through your legs. Once again, pulling that belly button in, and think about pressing those hips back. Good, one more breath. And lower down. Nice. All right, from here, we're gonna end with a super fun core exercise. So come to your bum, and we're gonna do boat pose, but we're gonna do different variations. So you get off at the stop that works for you. So we're gonna start here with our feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hands behind our thighs, lean back, pull the belly button in like we've been doing the whole time, like you have an ice cream scoop and you're scooping out your belly button. But don't actually do that, that's weird. And then from here, we're gonna lean back and lift our feet off the floor. So if this is too much for you already, you can put one foot down and you can just alternate when you're ready to do the other side. Or you can stay here with both feet off the ground. Next step would be extending the arms out in front of you. Next step, and remember, stop wherever you want. Next step would be extending one of your legs. And then final step, extending both legs. So think about lengthening, but also scooping here, pulling the belly button in, stretching through your toes. Keep breathing, make sure those abs are working and not just your hip flexors. Let's see if we can hold it for a few more breaths. Let's see if I can hold it for a few more breaths. And you can always go back to the step before. Can you see me shaking? Ridiculous. And release. Good. Nice job, y'all. From here, go ahead and lie back. Keeping your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Extend your arms to a T, palms facing up. Make sure your feet are about hips width apart. And then just gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. Deep breaths are always encouraged. I'll do a few more of these. And you can settle back to center. Bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little hug. Settling here. And you can either stay here, or if you'd like, you can take happy baby. Pulling your knees down towards the floor, pressing your feet up towards the ceiling. Again, breathing. And go ahead and bring your heels together if you're in happy baby, and then knees together. Lower your feet flat to the floor. And you can come onto your right side and sit up. And that is some fun yoga core work for you. Please enjoy it, and remember to rest when you need to. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.